premium packages so that you don't spread yourself too thin. I hear a lot of people like, oh, maybe you can sell a $7 product or start a membership, but they forget that if you don't have an audience that is like 10,000 people, well, how many $7 things are you going to sell to,
That's
to
so
kind of cover costs? And so I think one thing definitely that I focused on was how can I get the most bang for my buck?
yeah.
Doing something that I enjoy and that is giving the most value to my clients. And so I didn't mind the high touch, but I was like, if it's going to be high touch and they're going to have a lot of me, I need to ask for the price that is right as well. So I did that. And then the second thing is systems, processes, putting things in place and automating things as quickly as you can. And
Yeah.
it's funny, even with podcasting, something like you reach out to someone and you're scheduling this, you'd be surprised the number of people that just go back and forth. When is good for you? Is this date good for them? Like you could just have a link to a scheduler.
Right.
And most people think it's not a lot of work, but imagine doing that for 10, 20 people and you forget to send, when you're available and you have to go back and forth and check in each other's calendar. It's a lot of time wasted. So I
Hmm.
think putting systems and processes in place to make it easier for you and quicker for you to do things. That's one thing that I also did in my business. And I think the third thing would be figure out what your non-negotiables are in terms of well-being. Like what do you need to function at your highest and not to dream? Because as high achievers, it's easy to fall into the trap of, especially if you enjoy doing what you're doing and you're like, well, I can go more hours, but you could still get into a burnout too. So
Yeah.
it's not because you love what you do that you don't get exhausted from doing it. And so I think being clear on what your non-negotiables are, whether it's having enough sleep, working out, having something that sparks joy, if we're going to use Marie Kondo's words, and know that that's important for you and schedule that in your calendar and really non-negotiables, like it's happening no matter what.